Hey there guys, it's Camo Valentyne, and I wanted to make a video just kind of like describing some of the goals that I have for 2017, and then I wanted to actually make it a little bit more interactive than I'm actually used to, so like just talking to you about a lot of the things that are happening in my life, kind of like a vlog, but I guess sort of like a vlog, and I decided that it would be easier if I just broke it up into sections. So one of the biggest things going on in my life right now is back at the in the end of 2016, in October, my grandmother actually passed away. Now my grandmother is actually one of the largest inspirations in my life, and has always been someone that has been probably one of the most positive individuals I've ever met. And just absolutely has inspired a lot of my music, a lot of my life, because she was actually more or less there as a second parent to me. And very, very close to me. It was a major tragedy. Other than that, I've been pretty much working on and off. I've been doing a lot of things in terms of music, setting up for a lot bigger projects, and one of those projects I actually wanted to talk to you about today. So the project that I'm talking about is called Emotion. It's actually an album that's going to have 13 songs, 10 main songs that are basically going to be the 10 primary emotions that humans can feel, and 3 songs that are going to be kind of extensions of certain emotions that I want to elaborate a little bit more on and get a little bit more personal on. Which, of course, the entire thing is going to be very personal and going to be very dear to me. Obviously, a lot of the negative emotions are going to be felt a lot more at this time, just because of some of the stuff that I'm going through, some of the hardships, even stuff that I haven't mentioned on here. And the biggest thing about the album, which, by the way, the name of the album I haven't fully decided on yet. I said the name of the project is Emotion, though, just because what it is. But that's definitely one of the biggest things on my mind right now, just to put this album out this year, and to fully push forward with getting that out there, getting a lot of these emotions out. And I thought it was a really unique idea, and I thought that the concept behind it is something that whether it's been done or not before, I'm not sure, but I believe it's completely unique and original, and it's it's just something fun. I've had this idea for a long time, and it's just something that I thought I would finally get done, since I feel like I'm where I want to be in terms of skill, in terms of knowing what I know about music, in terms of what I want to do for my future. And I feel like that's definitely the project that I need to work on at this time, aside from what other single artists typically do, is put out singles, put out mixtapes and stuff like that. Singles artists, I mean starting out artists like to do, which again is putting out singles, mixtapes, stuff like that. I decided to go just make my own album. Of course, I'm still going to do like singles, mixtapes, things like that, especially my end of the year Freeverses, like the end of 2016 Freeverse that I just recently did, which I personally feel is one of my strongest projects that I've ever done.
What is it that I seek in the struggle of life and death? Is it something worth all the stress? Is it glory and nothing less?
The end of the year Freeverses have been kind of like a really fun project that I'm proud to say that I've kept going since 2013. I started then, and I've made one every year just to kind of mark my progress and just mark how much I've grown as an artist, how much more I can do. And the end of 2016 Freeverse, I made sure specifically that it would be a 7-minute long song, specifically so that I could actually do all the styles that I have. In terms of my rap and my music and my writing styles even as well.
That ladder and make that climb. Let you all know that I'm taking my time. From the very first moment I wrote down a rhyme, I just knew in my heart that the throne would be mine, and I know that this status is very divine. Better not challenge or step out of line. You all should know if you're feeling inclined, better wait till I'm sick or about to resign.
Smaller side projects aside, the main thing that I'm actually focused on is putting this album out. I'm spending most, if not all, of my free time either in the studio or writing, or just adding on to what I do with this project. And it's going to be one of the biggest things that I've ever done, and I definitely hope to put it out closer to the end of the year, and definitely want to just spread it around as far as possible, because this is going to be something big and it's going to be powerful, and I'm going to love every second of creating it, and I'm hoping that you guys will love every second of listening to it when you finally do. One of the biggest problems that an artist faces when putting together these massive projects is pretty much just being able to pay for it. Let's face it, art is expensive, and that's not just limited to people higher up, that's everybody. And though there's many different ways for artists to finance their projects, it all really just comes down to one giant decision made by you. You're the one who chooses who to support, and you're the one that chooses how much support you give, and you're also the one that chooses to help people grow and create these massive projects and these beautiful, powerful things. It's all up to you, and no matter what you think of your favorite artist and how great they are, they wouldn't be who or what they are today if it weren't for you and many people like you, because frankly, we need you. That being said, I'm sure if you're still watching, you're probably wondering what I'm getting at or how I'm about to ask you to help. Well, that's easy. A while back I actually made a Patreon. If you haven't heard of it, it's a very great website that allows you to sign up and support some of your favorite artists and content creators and the things that they do. It's a really cool idea, and it really helps people like me and other artists basically just fund their projects. Things that it would specifically help me with are things like music videos, recording equipment and recording time, and just more better studio space, just a lot more time that I can put into my music, and then it just would really help me get a lot more music out there and help me get it to a lot more people. So all I'm asking from you is that you go online and check out my Patreon and just kind of read over some of my goals and inspirations in life and what I want to do for my music and with my music. And then also once you've done that, definitely check out my music and decide if this is something that you can support and help me make more of. And once you've done that, once you get a feel for it, and once you realize that, oh, you know, I like this, definitely consider becoming a patron of me, which is definitely an awesome thing. It would help me out a lot, and all I'm asking for is a base of $1 a month. That's right, just $1 every 30 days, and you've already done a world of help for me. And I'm sure some of you are probably saying, Camo, how does $1 a month actually make a difference? Well, I definitely understand how you feel, and I definitely felt the same way at one point, but I found that I was actually able to help out people a lot more by just donating a small amount. So I figured, why would the same not work for me? And you know, that's when I realized that every dollar really counts, and just every little bit actually goes towards a good cause. And besides, let's look at it this way. It's a lot easier to get a lot of people to donate a small amount than a small amount of people to donate a large amount. Because if we look at the statistics, if 25% of the people that have all listened to my music collectively donated just a little bit, then that would already be hundreds of dollars, believe it or not, which is kind of crazy for me to think about as an artist, as a low-end artist. That's crazy for me to think about, that, you know, that my music has actually already reached so many people in terms of viewership and stuff like that. So that's definitely something that I wanted to talk about in this video as well. Of course, this isn't just about me. By helping out with that small amount, you also get access to rewards such as early access to my music and things to that effect. And if you decide that $1 isn't enough and you want to help out by donating more, you can definitely do so if you choose to. I've actually set up special reward systems for people that donate up to $25 a month, and that includes things such as special thank yous at the end of videos and actually interactive things like getting in contact with me and making suggestions for songs and different things like that. However, another major way that you can help out, even if after hearing about this that you decide that you can't make the financial investment at this time or don't want to, is you can definitely share this to your friends and your family, because you never know who might want to see this go a long way. But with that being said, I definitely appreciate your time and you taking the time to actually watch this, and I will definitely continue to do what I do best and just make music and inspire people the best I can, and I definitely hope you have a great day. Thank you. And I just wanted to give a quick shout out and thank you to Saturn for being awesome and helping me out and just supporting all the content that I'm trying to put out and uploading. Thank you so much, and you're awesome.
I argue with myself. I speak like no one else has felt these feelings that I felt. And I say these simple things that should be left for someone else. Truth is, I'm so alone, and only one of you can